Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your SmackDown results from June 13, 2017. Happy birthday goes to Jacques Rougeau, or Jacques Rougeau. He was born 1960. Virgil, he was born 1962. Headbanger Thrasher, born 1969. Buzz Sawyer, born 1955. He was born June 14th. Taka Michinoku, welcome to his first child. Doesn't say what it was. Congratulations. The Attitude Era cult favorite and former WWE Light Heavyweight Champion announced in his native Japanese that he has welcomed the child with a tweet Tuesday morning. Noted how Summer Rae was backstage for a recent WWE event and should be returning from her injury soon. She posted the following from backstage on Monday's Raw in Lafayette, Louisiana. It's almost summertime. A play on her name. During today's over-the-top wrestling Scrappermania 3 show, it was announced Mick Foley will be coming to the promotion for one night only. Foley showed up by a video to let everyone know on August 5th he will be taking charge of the show. Breaking news. At Real Mick Foley will take charge of at OTT_wrestling for one night only. August 5th. Scrappermania. That link for you. Flow Slam, April 15, 2017. Also on Twitter. Zack Ryder is backstage at SmackDown in New Orleans and is scheduled to return. According to PW Insider, Ryder has been out of action since December with a knee injury. There's also talk of doing a big angle tonight with American Alpha to help bring them back into the storyline. Here, this is a confirmed lineup for the show. Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles, and Sami Zayn versus Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin, and U.S. Champion Kevin Owens. SmackDown Women's Champion Naomi versus Tamina Snuka. Natalya versus Charlotte. New Day and Breezango versus the Colognes and SmackDown Tag Team Champions Usos. Randy Orton faces off against Jinder Mahal. Dark match before SmackDown at the Smoothie King Center in New Orleans saw Luke Harper defeat Aiden English. It looks like the English versus Harper feud, which has heated up on social media as of late, won't be coming to TV this week. SmackDown results. They opened up with a normal intro video, live from the Smoothie King Center in New Orleans with Tom Phillips, JBL, Bauer, and Saxon. They welcomed us and hyped tonight's show, the final episode before Money in the Bank. We go right to the ring as the New Day made their entrance. They've got some help from Bourbon Street Band. The Soul Rebels. Kofi Kingston takes the mic and gets the crowd to give it up for the band. They hype WrestleMania 34 being in New Orleans. Xavier Woods comments on the New Day defeating the Usos this Sunday and bringing the titles back to New Orleans as champions at WrestleMania 34. Music interrupts and out comes SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos. Usos hit the ring and raise the titles in the New Day's face. They've been the ones putting in work and grinding, and they will be the ones to leave with the titles on Sunday. The Breezango music interrupts, and out comes Tyler Breeze with Fandango. They hit the ring with mics, but are soon interrupted by the Colognes coming out. More back and forth on the mic until the New Day music hits as we go to commercial. After the break, we get Jimmy Uso wants to fight Kofi to start off with him instead of Fandango. Kofi tags in, but Jimmy tags out. Epico comes in and goes at it with Kofi. Kofi drops Epico with an elbow for a 2 count. Xavier tags in, and they double team Epico. Woods with a top rope elbow for a 2 count. Fandango gets a tag and goes to work on Epico. Epico tries to roll him up, where Fandango blocks it and drops a leg drop for a 2 count. Breeze tags in for a bit of double teaming and a 2 count. Jey Uso gets a tag and takes control of Breeze coming out of the corner. Jimmy tags in and keeps up the attack in the corner. Primo quickly tags in and addicts Breeze before keeping him grounded. Breeze finally gets an opening, and in comes Woods. Woods and Breeze double team Primo, with Woods powerbombing Breeze onto Primo for a 2 count. Woods keeps control and drop kicks Primo in the back of the neck for a 2 count. Woods with chops in the corner. Primo turns it around, but wastes a bit of time running into a big boot. Woods hits the honor roll. Epico comes in, but Woods decks him. We get chaos for a minute as the babyface clear the ring and celebrate. We go to commercial. Back from the break, the heels took control during the commercial. Primo worked over Breeze. Epico tagged in, comes over the top rope with a senton for a 2 count. Quick tags between the Usos as they double team the team Breeze now. Jay with a 2 count. Jay with a running Rikishi attack in the corner and some trash talking and gets a 2 count. Uso keeps Breeze grounded. Breeze gets out, but Epico tags himself in and stops Breeze from tagging. Epico taunts Fandango and lifts Breeze for a stalling suplex. Breeze kicks out at 2. Epico keeps Breeze down again. Breeze looks to make a tag, but Epico catches him with a tilt-the-roll backbreaker. Epico drops Fandango on the apron with a cheap shot. The Colognes look to double team Breeze, but he fights them both off. Champ for New Day. Woods gets a hot tag and unloads on both of the Usos, and as Jimmy tags in also. Kobe tags in and springboards in, taking out Jimmy. Kobe with a boom drop. Uso blocks Trouble in Paradise, but Kobe comes right back and hits it again. Jay runs in and breaks up the pinfall. Fandango takes out Jay, but falls to the floor. Primo tags in, but Kobe blocks a backstabber. Wood tags in, goes to the top as Kobe holds Primo. Wood nails the assisted stomp and covers for the pin. New Day and Breezango win. After the match, babyface celebrated to go to commercial. Big E talks some trash as the Usos look on for the stage with titles. Still to come segment. Charlotte versus Natalya back to commercial. Back from the break, AJ Styles backstage talking to Shinsuke Nakamura. And excited Sami Zayn walks up and wants to talk strategy. He leaves and Shinsuke tells AJ he likes Sami. Dasha Fuentes is backstage with Mojo Rawley. He thanks SmackDown Commissioner Shane McMahon for giving him an opportunity last week. Mojo says he came up short and gives WWE Champion Jinder Mahal props. Mojo says the loss was devastating and he's been beating himself up all week, but part of him is glad he lost because he knows how hard he bounces back from a loss. Mojo gets hype and says the best from him is yet to come. Zack Ryder appears and makes his return. Zack gives him props and says they have unfinished business as a tag team. Mojo agrees and they look happy to be back together. Naomi versus Tamina Snuka. They go to the ring and out comes SmackDown Women's Champion Naomi for this non-title match. Back to commercial. Back from the break, out comes Tamina Snuka. Music hits and out comes Lana before the bell hits. Match starts and we want Rusev start. Chant starts. Tamina took control early on with a big headbutt out of the corner. Tamina worked Naomi over and tossed her around the ring. Tamina kept control as Lana watched from ringside. Naomi looked to make a comeback and connected with a kick, but Tamina dropped her with ease after a blocking kick. Tamina took Naomi back to the corner and beat her down. Tamina with a running Rikishi splash to the face for another 2 count. Tamina kept Naomi grounded. Naomi finally countered a move and looked to make a comeback, but Naomi with a kick to the face after a counter in the corner. Naomi with more kicks. Naomi charged, but Tamina catches her in midair and slams her for a pin attempt. Lana looks on with a serious look on her face. Tamina goes up to up top, but Naomi jumped up and kicks her out of nowhere. Naomi pulls Tamina off the top and nails the split-legged moonsault for the win. After the match, Naomi stood tall and celebrated, but Lana immediately attacked her from behind. Some fans booed. Lana dropped Naomi with her version of Fisherman's Spinebuster. Lana has the title handed to her and raises it in the air as her music plays. We go to replays and come back to Lana talking trash over Naomi. And we get Jinder Mahal walking backstage with the Singh brothers. We go back to commercial. Back from the break, out comes the Singh brothers to the stage to introduce Jinder Mahal. Music hits, out comes the champion. Jinder and the Singh brothers hit the ring. There's a large rug covering the center of the ring. Jinder says he will prove Randy Orton is a coward this Sunday. He mentions about how Bob Orton and other stars from the past will be at ringside for Money in the Bank. Jinder talks about how Orton is scared of him and how he will end Orton name this Sunday. Orton's music hits and Jinder sends the Singh brothers to meet him at ringside. Orton runs in front runs in from the crowd instead and lays Jinder out with an RKO. Orton slithers out of the ring, celebrates in the crowd as the Singh brothers check on Jinder. Kevin Owens, Baron Corbin, and Dolph Ziggler are backstage. Owens isn't trying to say they should be friends tonight because he doesn't like either partner, but he suggests they look out for each other so they can go into Sunday's ladder match in better shape. So to come Charlotte versus Natalya. Back from the break, Renee Young is backstage with Randy Orton. Orton says he said all he has to say in the ring just now. Orton says he will take back what's his in his hometown this Sunday. Charlotte versus Natalya. We go to the ring. Out first comes Natalya. Charlotte was out next, and we see the Money in the Bank briefcase hanging above the ring. Back and forth to start, we see Becky Lynch watching backstage. We go back to commercial with the two trading holds in the ring. Back from the break, Natalya has Flair in a surfboard submission. Charlotte turns it around and unloads on Natalya. Charlotte goes to the top and nails a moonsault for a close 2 count. We see Carmella and James Ellsworth watching backstage. Charlotte charges in the corner but gets sent to the apron. Charlotte boots Natalya and drops her from the apron. Charlotte goes back to the top, but Natalya comes over and turns that into a sit-down powerbomb for a close 2 count. We get a replay from the powerbomb. Charlotte fights off a sharpshooter and ends up dropping Natalya with a boot for a 2 count. Charlotte keeps looking up at the briefcase. Natalya with a roll-up for a 2 count. Charlotte comes back and ends up hitting the natural selection for the pin. After the match, Charlotte stood tall and points up at the briefcase as her music plays. Announcers plug the Money in the Bank, Great Balls of Fire, and the network. We go to another edition of the Fashion Files from Breezango before we go to commercial. Back from the break, we get the WWE Heroes promo. We also see a video of a young fan, Jarius Little Double J Robertson, being presented with a WWE Hero Award before SmackDown went on the air. And I think he was presented with the Hero Award last week or something, because Dana Warrior presented at the event. We see also Jarius and his family sitting at ringside. Dasha Fentez is backstage with Lana, asking about the controversy she's created as of late. Lana doesn't care what Dasha or WWE Universe thinks of her. She asks if we saw what she just did to Naomi. Lana says that she will shake the world when she crushes Naomi and becomes the new champion on Sunday. Kevin Owens, Baron Corbin, and Dolph Ziggler versus AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Sami Zayn. We go to the ring. Out comes the U.S. champion Kevin Owens for tonight's main event. Baron Corbin was out next, followed by Ziggler. Sami Zayn was out first for his team. AJ Styles was out next, so Big Pop and Shinsuke Nakamura out last for another Big Pop. Then we go back to commercial. Back from commercial, Ziggler is going at it with Nakamura, trading holds. Nakamura takes Ziggler down and drops knees. Nakamura with a good vibration in the corner. Ziggler comes back and floors Nakamura with a dropkick. Owens tags in and unloads on Nakamura, yelling out about being the champ. Corbin comes right in and keeps up the attack on Nakamura. Corbin beats Nakamura down in the corner and stomps. Corbin talks trash to Sami and yells at the referee. Ziggler comes back in and takes Nakamura down for a headlock. AJ finally gets a tag and comes in to unload on Ziggler. AJ knocks Corbin off the apron and goes back to work on Ziggler. AJ drops Ziggler into a gutbuster and then knocks Owens off the apron. AJ scoops Ziggler for the fireman's carry and neckbreaker. AJ covers for a 2 count, but Owens kicks him in the face to break it. Sami comes in and unloads on Owens, sending him to the floor. Sami runs the ropes and leaps out, taking Owens down. The Olay chant starts up from the crowd. Ziggler blocks the Styles Clash and nails the DDT for a 2 count. Corbin comes in and ends up hitting a deep 6 on Sami for a 2 count. As Nakamura makes a save, Corbin nails Nakamura as we go to commercial. Back from the break, Owens comes in to keep Sami down. Owens talks some trash to AJ before stomping away on Sami in the corner. Owens goes for a senton, but Sami gets his knees up. Owens comes back with a DDT for a 2 count. Corbin tags in and stomps on Sami. Corbin rams Sami back into the corner. and works him over. Yelling at the referee after a warning, Corbin goes on and stomps Sammy from making a tag. Owens comes back in and stomps on Sammy while Baron holds him. Owen mounts Sammy with the strikes. Sammy nails a Blue Thunder Bomb on Owens out of nowhere. Corbin tags in and stops Sammy from tagging again. Sammy knocks Ziggler off the apron after Corbin whipped him into the corner, but Corbin splashed him in the corner. Sammy manages a big clothesline to Corbin. Sammy goes on to dump Corbin over the top rope. Sammy jumps for a tag, but Ziggler and Owens pull AJ and Nakamura off the apron. There's fighting on the floor now. Corbin knocks AJ off the apron, and Sammy takes advantage and hits a helluva kick for the pin on Corbin. After the bell, Ziggler immediately attacked AJ and Sammy in the ring, unloading on them. Fan chant yes as Owens brings the ladder into the ring. Ziggler and Owens grab the ladder and run it into Sammy as he stands up. They also drop AJ with the ladder. Ziggler and Owens look up his briefcase before having words. Corbin runs in and takes them both down, sending Ziggler out of the ring. Corbin grabs the ladder and decks Owens with it. Ziggler gets on the apron, but Corbin knocks him off with the ladder. Corbin positions the ladder and climbs up for the briefcase. Nakamura runs in and pushes the ladder over. Nakamura hits Corbin with a Kinshasa. Nakamura stands the ladder up as the fans chant his name. Nakamura climbs up to grab the briefcase while his music hits, and fans cheer. SmackDown goes off the air with Nakamura on top of the ladder with the briefcase, while the other Money in the Bank competitors are down on the floor. 205 live on the network, airing from the Smoothie Center in New Orleans. Akira Tozawa is backstage, is greeted by Titus O'Neil. He notes how Neville took notice of the tweet Titus made about Tozawa going after the Cruiserweight Championship. Titus tells Akira that he's gotten Tozawa booked for tonight's main event against TJP. He promises Akira that he can be the next Kobe Bryant of Japan if he joins the Titus brand. O'Neil then breaks into his own rendition of It's Raining Men by changing it to It's Raining Yen. O'Neil says that's what they will be singing if Tozawa joins his brand. Titus alters Tozawa's war chant phrase to cha-cha-cha-cha-ching before walking off. Who's in the main event of 205 Live tonight? Potential Titus brand recruit Tozawa Akira. Battles. Alright. On with the next one. Highlights shown from the FaceTime angle on Raw between Noam Dar, Alicia Fox, and Cedric Alexander. Cedric makes his way to the ring for his opening match. The match starts off at a very slow pace. Pace picks up when Alexander catches Deveri off guard with his athleticism. He hits a succession of aerial moves when Cedric attempts the springboard off the top rope. His legs are taken out, and Akira takes control of the match. He grounds Alexander with a chin lock. And then Alexander gets hit with a neck breaker when he attempts to rally. Deveri stays on top with an aggressive style. Alexander attempts another rally, but gets stopped in his tracks when Arya nails him with a high knee. Alexander then gets caught in a sleeper hold, and the crowd goes along with him. Cedric eventually rallies. He is able to evade Deveri's strike attempts and hits a stiff forearm. Cedric then builds up momentum and hits a springboard clothesline. Alicia Fox shows up on the Titantron in FaceTime form. Noam Dar comes out to ringside with his cell phone. Deveri tries to steal a victory while Cedric is distracted but is unable to do so. Alexander hits a lumbar check finisher on Deveri and secures the victory. Cedric ends up knocking Noam Dar down from the apron. He takes a cell phone and hangs up on Alicia while she is still ranting and raving. After an end for this Sunday's Money in the Bank show airs, highlights are shown of Austin Aries submission match with Neville at Extreme Rules, where Austin ended up losing when he was caught in the ring of Saturn. Austin Aries makes his way to the ring to address the WWE Universe. Austin addresses what happened to him at Extreme Rules. And how he expected to be the Cruiserweight Champion at this point. Aries says that he isn't going to make excuses for his loss, despite the fact that Neville tapped out to the last chancery outside the ring during the match. Aries takes blame for losing and admits that he didn't come through when it counted most. Aries then addresses all the rumors surrounding him right now, how word has gotten around about his injuries. He cites his neck and knee. Aries announces that the rumors are true and that right now he hasn't received medical clearance to wrestle. Aries admits that he doesn't know what his future holds. He's then cut off by Tony Nese, who makes his way to the ring to address him. And he says, Tony Nese says, you should save whatever dignity you have left by fading into the past. Nese makes his way to the ring. He tells Austin that he isn't what he used to be and that he's a fading star. He should save whatever dignity he has left and fade into the past. And ends up striking Nese with and Nese calls himself the future of the business. Aries is not impressed with Nese and how tough he is talking. He cites how he has already beaten Nese and made him tap out in the past. Aries compliments Nese as an athlete and compliments his abs. He notes the sit-ups Nese has done to get those abs, but asks him what type of workout he has done to suddenly grow a set. Nese responds by telling Aries that's in his future. He doesn't have time for Aries' jokes. Just when it appears that Nese is going to go after Austin, Jack Gallagher's music hits and he makes his way to the ring. He plays it to New Orleans crowd and says that it is a place for jokes. Gallagher confronts Tony Nese and calls him the biggest joke of all because he is no Austin Aries. Nese takes offense to Gallagher's comments and charges at him. Gentleman Jack ends up striking Nese with his trusty umbrella, William III. The umbrella gets bent in half and Graves suggests that William is going to need medical attention. A disappointing looking TJP is backstage. When he is approached by Rich Swann, Swann tries to cheer up TJP and praises his efforts against Neville last week. But TJP brushes off Swann's compliments. Swann makes mention of how they both have been in Neville's crosshairs of late. Swann also notes how the WWE Universe got behind TJP in his attempt to beat Neville last week. Swann says that the fans started to believe in Perkins, and so did he. Swann mentions how TJP has been walking around with a chip on his shoulder. He cites the difference between TJP and who TJP really is. Swann instructs TJP to get his head in the game as Perkins walks away. Well, after 205 went off, okay, well, a no-fly zone campaign had aired with Drew Gulak. Of course, TJP would go out to this ring to take care of business right away. Get your head in the game. No Fly Zone campaign aired with Drew Gulak. And here's it interrupted a Mustafa Ali profile piece. Gulak ran down Mustafa Ali in his aerial style. Gulak is once again in front of a green screen where he is standing in front of a lake. He states that he represents what the cruiserweight division should be, and Ali does just the opposite. It's announced that next week, 205 Live, Drew Gulak will face Mustafa Ali, while Jack Gallagher will go on to face Tony Nese. And the live main event is TJP versus Akira Tozawa. Okay, go on with it. That is your main event for this one. Battle cry. After a couple of near falls by both men, TJP grounded Tozawa and goes to work on him. Akira got the crowd to start his war chant. TJP took it to the air to cut off Tozawa's attempted rally. Perkins then isolated Tozawa's arm and went to work on it. He planted Tozawa with a side suplex and then went to work on Tozawa's right knee. He applied a modified standing Indian deathlock. TJP then applied a cross arm bar like submission when Tozawa tried to break free. TJP transitioned into a reverse chin lock. Tozawa eventually started to rally. He snapped into a standing Frankensteiner. It knocked Perkins to the outside. Tozawa started up his battle cry again and throws caution to the wind with a suicide dive. Moments later, Tozawa hit a running sliding kick for a near fall. Tozawa then headed to the top, but TJP met him there. They battle on the top rope. Both men get out of the predicament. When they get back to the mat, Perkins hit a double chicken wing gutbuster for a very close pinfall. Tozawa battled back with some very stiff strikes. TJP buckled to his knees when Tozawa charged at him. He got caught in a knee bar submission. Tozawa broke free from the hold and gets Perkins in a roll-up pin attempt, but TJP kicked out. But moments later, after a great series of counters and reversals, TJP gets spiked to the mat with a great-looking suplex by Tozawa. That opened up the door for Akira to secure the victory as he headed to the top and landed the senton dive for the pinfall. And that concludes my SmackDown and 205 Live results for this week. Thanks again. Peace out. See you one of you. Don't know, just call me brothers and sisters.